The average weekly salary for a football player is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, making it one of the highest paid sports. When it comes to the things that these guys are passionate about, they will stop at nothing to acquire them. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at the ridiculously expensive things that football players purchase. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. Number 1. Rolex Rainbow Daytona. When you're bringing up millions of dollars in ridiculous purchases, you can't forget Antoine Griezmann. I mean, come on, in 2019, this dude literally signed a $145 million deal, and he just couldn't be the average soccer player in a Kappa Ferrari. Nah, this man had to be exclusive, so he went out and spent $500,000 on this. Antoine caught one of the iciest and rarest watches in the world, a Rolex Rainbow Daytona. This masterpiece came with a 36 baguette cut rainbow sapphire bezel and 56 brilliant cut diamonds, but hey, $400K for a watch, at least that's something Antoine could show off. Number 2. Maserati and Bentley Continental GT. Mario Balotelli signed with Man City on a $31 million deal, and for a player as wild as him, that was just too much money in his bank account. So, he had to cash out, and with that, Mario splurged on a $180,000 Maserati and a $250,000 Bentley Continental GT. The cars themselves were not the stupidly expensive problem, it's what he did with them. First, Mario was a normal law-abiding citizen, following the speed limits and parking in designated spots, but eventually, his millions of dollars turned him into a monster. When Balotelli would pull up in his Bentley or Maserati to restaurants, instead of being respectful, he would just drive up and park wherever. He is continuously being charged that his fines racked up to $500,000, and Mario didn't learn any lessons from this, so he kept doing it. It led to his cars being impounded 27 times. Eventually, he was tired of having to pick up his car after every meal, so Mario decided that the car was the problem, so he gave it away to his teammates. Number 3. Mercedes-Benz helicopter. Neymar was a kid who grew up in the worst conditions. His family was so poor that they lived in a house with no food and no electricity. If that wasn't hard enough, when Neymar played soccer in the streets, every single day, neighborhood kids bullied him. They would make fun of Neymar's hand-me-down clothes and teeth that his family just couldn't afford to be better. But Neymar didn't let it bring him down. It only fueled him to make a way out for himself and his family. So, he sacrificed everything and dedicated his entire life to becoming one of the greatest soccer players his country's ever seen. In 2009, Neymar started signing $100 million deals and went from the ghetto of Sao Paulo to mansions in Rio. In 2019, Neymar spent $14 million on this. This Mercedes-Benz helicopter can have 10 passengers, and would it really be Neymar's without his logo on the tail? He also had the entire inside customized to match his favorite superhero, Batman. Number 4. Audemars Piguet. In 2019, Jerome Boateng decided that his Bentleys and Mercedes just weren't drawing enough attention, so he needed to blow his money on another way to grab attention. He knew the guy for the job. He pulled his phone out and called up Gabriel the jeweler, and well, he got this. Jerome went out and copped some of the iciest, coldest jewelry I've ever seen. A custom $100,000 Audemars Piguet with a diamond bezel and 30-carat stones. 3 Cuban link chains all flooded in VVS diamonds. Number 5. $6,000 haircut. At the time, a company wanted to promote their hair cream as a product for sleek, sporty, and smart personas, and they felt that David Beckham was the perfect man for the job, but under one condition. They needed to get him a very specific haircut, so specific that it would cost him $6,000. And to be completely honest, it doesn't look like anything my barber can't do for $30. Beckham thought long and hard about this. After all, it was more than just hair to him. It was who he was, but his wife saw the deal that Brylcreem was offering and forced him to do it. Later, it paid off literally because Beckham ended up signing with the company on a 4-year, $6 million deal. So that one-time $6,000 investment was worth it. Number 6. $130,000 mouthguard. Ronaldo is known to be one of soccer's greatest players ever, not only because he pushes the limits of his body, but because he pushes the limits of technology too. Ronaldo's curiosity led him to purchase something that was never worn by any other player, a performance-enhancing mouthguard. Lately, Ronaldo's been rocking a mouthguard that actually improves his balance and increases his muscle power. The mouthpiece aligns his jaw perfectly with his skull and chest, and apparently it helps distribute all of his energy throughout his entire body. Back in 2010, that's where Ronaldo started rocking with this $130,000 piece, and ever since then, his games have been on another level. Just look at this. You can't argue with the fact that this might be giving him superpowers now, and it just cost him $130,000. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.